Alright, today guys we're going to be doing a video about modifying the Canik TP9 SFx to have a red dot on top. Today I'm going to be putting on the Vortex Viper. It's a 6 MOA red dot. And I'm doing that because I was going to shoot limited with iron sights. And I was excited because I wanted to get better at my iron sights since I conceal carry every day. Well, I found out pretty quickly that's going to be pretty tough for me. I have an astigmatism in my eyes, and so I can't really focus on the front sight as well as I'd like to, and especially when transitioning from one target to another. I'll be showing you some video of a USPSA match that I did just recently, and I'll show you some of the struggle that I had. You'll see that on some of my shots I got some good results, but I'm pulling and I'm not really getting the best sight picture. I could be doing a lot better in my competitions, so I decided to go to carry optics and put a red dot on there to help with my eyes. They just don't focus very well, guys. So this video is going to be about that. I want to warn you that some of the sound in some of the footage is really hard to listen to. It can be I tried to dampen it down a little bit. There's a problem with my mic on my camera, so I'll probably be sending back the camera and getting it replaced. In the meantime, I apologize. It sounds like there's wind and stuff in the background, but really it's just my mic. My mic is on my camera is not doing very well. So enjoy. If you like it, again, please subscribe. And let's go on to the video where I talk about my change from limited to carry optics. So this is a good example of how much I've been struggling with my iron sights. As you can tell, before this stage I'm sighting in and I'm struggling to be able to see the sights, okay? This is my first USPSA match, but I had been doing a couple other smaller Tuesday night steel competitions. But I'm struggling acquiring my iron sights, and right off here I get two quick shots on that first target. I don't even know how I did on that first target, but you can tell how I start slowing down big time from here on out because I'm having a difficult time acquiring my sight at each target, and I'm doubting myself. I'm running slow, and I'm just running the gun really slow here. My eyes are struggling to focus. Right there, I missed my reload, so I had to reload right there, and it just so happens my thumb also hit the slide stop, so I made two mistakes, and it slowed me down just a little bit. So anyways, I'm done. I finish. I unload, show clear, and hammer down, and put it in my holster, and then the range is clear, right? Well, now we're gonna walk around the range. I'm gonna show you how I did. I actually did a little bit better than I thought I would, based on how difficult of a time I was having acquiring my iron sights, but I think it'll show that I could have done so much better. So right here I got two alphas on this target, so I did pretty good. Here I got two Charlies, just way off, just way off. Here I got two alphas. I was right on the edge there, and they gave me two alphas. On this next one I got two alphas again. Again, my second shot is right on the edge. On the next target, I got two more alphas. Now, the pattern is my second shot, I'm starting to pull off to the left, and I'm almost missing my alpha. Here, I almost missed completely on both shots, but I got a miss and I got a delta. So I got a mic and a delta. And that really was frustrating me. And I'm thinking at this point, man, I could have done so much better. I really think I could be so much more accurate. Here, I got an Alpha Charlie on this target, and it was a fairly close target. I couldn't see those two back targets. This one, I got a Charlie, almost a Charlie Delta. But I got on the line again. Again, I'm pulling to the left. Here, I just flat out missed one, but I got a Charlie. So, I don't know where I missed. I probably missed off to the right side because I was struggling to see my iron sights. So you can start to see how much of a struggle. I could be doing much, much better if I could focus better. So this is why I decided to go with my red dot. Okay guys, this is my Canik TP9 SFx. I'm just taking it out and clearing it, making sure that it's safe to operate and to manipulate. I'm going to be putting on a red dot today. So I put it down and I actually got two Vortex optics. I got the Vortex Viper, it's a 6 MOA red dot, and then I got the Venom, which is a 3 MOA red dot. Right now we're just going to focus on the Viper. So I'm going to put the Venom aside and then I'm going to check the Viper, make sure I got everything in it because I bought it secondhand. So these have wonderful warranties, guys. So it was a steal. I got it for 250 bucks for both of them. So it was about $125 each. Now on the Viper, because I got it secondhand, I'm just checking and making sure all the parts are there, nothing's missing, and I actually found out that I'm missing a Picatinny rail. That's supposed to come with the red dot. I called Vortex about this, and again, guys, they're awesome. They have awesome customer service. They're actually going to send me out a free Picatinny rail. Now you can see the glass is a little fuzzy. That's okay. It's just because it got a little cold. So later on, that fog goes away. It's not a problem. It was sitting outside in a box, and it's about 20 degrees outside. So I'm taking the screws off, and these were on pretty tight. So I take this off, and I'm taking the plate off of the slide. Now what I'll be doing is I'll have to pry off the plate, as you'll see next, in order to be able to put on the red dot plate that Canik provides. You're going to want to use the #1 plate, and when you do that, guys, you're going to want to make sure that the #1 plate is turned around so the 1 is facing towards the front of the slide. I got that wrong at first. You put the screws in, tighten it up, and then you'll put the red dot with the battery on the bottom, upside down on it so it doesn't fall out, and then you put the screws on and tighten them down. Okay, and then you're good to go. And you got a nice red dot on there. Now this was pretty fast, not detailed, so you'll have to find another video to show you a really detailed look at it, but it was pretty simple. You can figure it out pretty easily. So there you go, that's how you do it, guys. I put blue Loctite on the screws that went from the plate to the slide later. Then I just screwed on the charging handle. Now here I have to do some testing. I had to get used to the red dot, so I keep pulling it out and putting it up to get a good sight on the red dot, and it was pretty easy. I just had to get the muscle memory down. So you're going to have to do that if you put a red dot on your pistol, guys. Just keep that in mind. So I kept doing that a few times. Now I'm pulling it, I think, out of my holster as I'm doing it, whereas before I was just practicing getting my hand on. Next, you'll see my wife. My wife is shooting the gun, and she does a pretty good job. She normally shoots iron sights, and I think this may have been her first time really taking some time on a red dot. I was turning it off. No, I didn't. I was recording. You got it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay guys, so just so you know, off to the left there is Kai and Jen. You often see them on the YouTube channel Path of Life. He's a good friend of mine. It looks like he's in front of my wife. He really isn't. It's just the fish view look from my camera. It makes it look like he's in front of my wife. He really isn't though, so it's safe. Okay, so here Eva was having just a hard time acquiring the red dot, and I had to help her with her hand purchase on the gun. I had to get it up a little higher, so it's showing her how to grip a little bit higher and get her left palm on the grip better. Once she did that, she did much better and looks back and goes, hey, it's working better. So she did a pretty good job at that point. She was already shooting pretty good. Here we're just putting up the plates again, and then it's going to be my turn to start shooting. Now I really need to get more practice on the red dot so I can get used to it. And if you guys ever get a chance to shoot these Texas stars, they're pretty awesome. So here Kyle's recording me or timing me, and so I missed a few shots. It was a little frustrating, but again, I'm still getting used to the muscle memory and getting that red dot on the target. But as you can tell, I'm much more accurate. I have faster shots on the targets. Here I struggled a little bit because I shot the Texas Star wrong, so I made it difficult for me. Did a quick reload and then went back to the last 4 targets yet again. So this was a lot of fun. I recommend the Red Dot. So much more fun than I think the iron sights are.
Clear, hammer down, poster.
Darn it!
Time 35:16.
I did horrible. Okay guys, so my personal opinion of the Vortex Viper 6 MOA Red Dot, I would have to say it's a game changer. Yeah, it puts me into carry optics, but you know what? I can't do irons. And the glass was clear, the dot was easy to pick up, I was much smoother on transitions, I could get the dot on target and be more accurate. There was no problems. The Red Dot held at 0 really well, and I did really good on this run until the very end in the last shot. Oh, no way! Got a jam! That's the first time I've ever had a jam in this thing. The install of the Red Dot was pretty simple, guys. It wasn't very hard. Just make sure you look at the manual so you're putting the plate on the right way and the screws. Make sure you don't put blue Loctite on the screws that go actually into the Red Dot. I hear that's not a good idea, but you should put blue Loctite on the ones that go from the plate to the slide. Here I'm just practicing getting some good muscle memory down. You need to do that if you're switching to a Red Dot. Here I actually hit the Texas Star the way I have been trying to the whole time, and it was probably the best run that I had on that whole day. And then lastly, I did pretty quick on a draw here.
Alright, hammer down, we're done.
So this is just showing the brightness of the Red Dot, guys. You won't have a problem in bright light or dim light. I tried uploading some dim light footage, but for some reason it wasn't uploaded in the computer. But it's perfect. It's perfect. If you're in dim lighting, you just turn it down a few notches, and you're great. You're good to go. It really is a game changer. It looks great on the gun. You can't go wrong with this glass. It's pretty clear. It has a slight like greenish blue hue, but you can't really tell, and it doesn't really bother me at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching Gunning for Life.